Welcome to Round the World Women. My name is Patchanee Malikhao, your host of this program. My guest today is a visiting scholar at UMass. Her name is Andrea Esquivel. I would like you to know Andrea a bit. Hi, Andrea. How are you?
Good.
What brought you here to Amherst?
I'm studying my master's degree in Mexico City, so I came here to Amherst to do part of my research project.
So in which field?
In food science department. I am in food science department at UMass University.
Okay, with which university are you affiliated in Mexico?
I'm studying my master's degree in the State University of Querétaro. It's a state near to Mexico City.
And you, what did you study as a bachelor's degree?
I am a food chemistry.
I see. So you are finishing up your research project here?
Actually, I start my research project here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go back soon?
Yeah, I need to get back to Mexico to finish my master's degree there, and I am going to be graduate, I think, by the end of June. Yeah.
So you are from Querétaro? Is that the correct pronunciation?
I was born in Mexico City, but I moved 1 year ago to Querétaro because of my master.
Is it a big city?
No, actually it's a small town near to Mexico City. It's a beautiful town. Yeah.
And you have visited a lot of many cities in the U.S. And how do you like Amherst?
I've been in Los Angeles and Salt Lake City, and this time I am here in Amherst. I think that Amherst is a really nice town. It's a small town, but it's really nice.
Okay, let's talk about Mexican culture a bit. Yeah. Since you are from Querétaro, would like to tell me about the characteristics of the Mexican culture?
Yeah, we have a lot of influence of Spain because actually Spanish people conquered us. But we also have some characteristic of United States, I think because of the vicinity of our country to this country. Yeah.
So what makes you as a Mexican stand out from other Latinos?
I think that Mexico has a lot of colors, a lot of flavors, beautiful landscapes. Yeah, I think that Mexico it's really rich.
So can you, I can see that what you say, your culture is a consequence of a mixture of Spanish and Indian or the Mayan or the Aztec cultures.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of the confluence of these cultures in your culture?
Yeah, sure. I think that one co-influence is the Day of the Dead. We celebrate this day the 1st and the 2nd of November, and it's a mixture of Catholic religion, and it's also a mixture of our pre-Hispanic culture. So yeah, that would be.
So what do you do on that day?
We put an altar in the houses, and we also go to the cemetery and have dinner in the graves.
In the graves?
Yeah, I mean next to the graves. Yeah.
Okay. So is it like a Halloween of people here, or the All Saints Day in Europe?
No, it's I think that it have some influence with some Spanish culture, but I think that we also have like our own culture. I mean, it's different because we do different things. We go to the cemetery and we eat in the cemetery, and we have some parties and dances, and we share the food with other people that goes to the cemetery too. So it's it's a big celebration
that
for
part
us.
is your indigenous culture.
Yeah.
Dancing, eating,
The dancing,
and so.
the eating, yeah.
But the same thing is partly Catholic.
Yeah.
You know, originated from the Spanish culture.
Yeah, the religion is Catholic, but we have
yeah.
some characteristic of our ancestors.
So I heard that you have like a boat and lanterns and party on the island. Tell me a bit about the Pascua celebration.
Pátzcuaro.
Yeah, Pascuado. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Pátzcuaro, it's a small town. It's in the state of Michoacán. And
where is it? Closer to in Mexico City or?
No, it's far from Mexico City. Actually, I think that it's like 5 hours driving. Yeah, so it's far from Mexico City. Yeah.
So what do you do there?
They have an island in the middle of the town, and they used to go by boat during the night, and these boats have some like wings, and they turn on some lanterns, and they travel by boat to the cemetery that it's in this island.
The island has a cemetery.
Yeah, the island has a cemetery. Yeah.
And then you have a cemetery party.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's go on a day and a night or what? Or
they usually go during the night, but they can go during the day. I mean, it doesn't have like a schedule. You can go anytime you want. You can go during the day, during the night. Like, yeah.
Interesting.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
So it shows that you have kind of hybridized culture, right?
Yeah.
So can you give me some more examples of your everyday life? I mean, the incidents that show that you have a really hybrid culture of Spanish mixing with the indigenous culture. So for instance, let's talk about the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the Mexican Spanish is far a bit different from the Spanish spoken in Spain. Can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. We have like a mixture of language because sometimes Spanish people can't pronounce the words that our ancestors told them, so they try to fix the word in the way that they can pronounce it, and sometimes they came with new words, and they also mix a little bit of our native language and Spanish. So yeah, we have like a mixture of both languages. Yeah.
So can you call it a dialect of Spanish, or it is not?
We have some dialects and some other languages, and these kind of languages speak the native Indian Mexican. So
How is called the native Indian Mexican languages? You have many, right?
yeah, we have Nahuatl. We have Mixteco, Zapoteco. We have
And they are all different.
Yeah, they are all different from different parts of Mexico.
And they have different scripts.
No,
alphabets?
it's only the language.
All is
The characters are the same.
are the same, but
Yeah.
the spoken.
is different.
I see. But you write it with the Roman alphabet, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the Roman? No,
Roman
with the
alphabet, or you have your own alphabet, your own scripts.
We have the usual one. I don't know
The one that you use in Spanish, ABCD, that is Roman alphabet, Roman
yeah,
letters.
we use that one.
Roman letters, okay. Okay, let's talk about food. What is your national dish?
I think that our national dish would be...
Don't tell me burritos.
No. Burritos are not Mexican.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, no, burritos are not Mexican food. Yeah.
So it's imitated, is created by the Americans here or what?
Yeah, I think that it's like a fusion of Mexican and American food. And this kind of food, I think that it's created in border countries between Mexico and United States. But no, we don't have burritos in Mexico.
Okay.
We don't need that kind of things. No.
And what is your national dish? You haven't answered that.
I think that our national dish would be tortillas and chili.
Chili? You mean the chili con carne eaten here? Or
No. Chili like the vegetable.
Ah.
Yeah.
The peppers, chili
Yeah,
peppers,
the peppers.
chili
Yeah,
peppers.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tortilla is made of flour or corn or what?
Tortilla is made from corn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it has been made since pre-colonization times, and our ancestors used to prepare it. And actually, we didn't eat meat. I mean, like big mammals like pork, cows, and cattle.
Beef. Uh-huh.
Yeah, beef.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think that Spanish people bring that kind of cattle to Mexico because actually our ancestors used to eat small mammals like squirrels and
Squirrels?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that anyone eats squirrels.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, squirrels and frogs, fish, some vegetables. Yeah, but we didn't eat like big mammals.
I see. So the Spaniards brought in kind of steak eating like most Europeans, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Big animals.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. So but I know the tomatoes. Tomatoes are from somewhere in discovered in Mexico or something.
Tomatoes. We have some green tomatoes. I think that here they call it tomatillo.
Oh, I know tomatillo.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we have a lot of that, and also we have tomatoes. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about more. See about the arts. I know that we know Mexican arts like and artists like Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, and so on. So how is it different, the art of Mexico from here?
We actually have a lot of artist people. We have Diego Rivera, Frida Kahlo, Covarrubias, Orozco, and all these people used to paint a lot of different types of painting. They sometimes paint like self-expressive paintings like Frida, and sometimes they paint some political aspect. I mean, they use like social everyday life to create some paintings, and they also have used a lot of colors.
Bright and
bright
vivid colors.
Yeah.
But normally it's like only two perspectives or not? Flat without the perspectives? Have two dimensions?
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
All right. So, but you have contemporary arts too. I remember I've been to the Museum of Contemporary Arts in Mexico City. So you have also new or modern arts, right?
Yeah, we have a mixture of old and new. Yeah.
So you have impressive museums, I recall.
Yeah.
And how about architecture? You have a typical Mexican kind of houses, right?
Yeah, I think that we also have a lot of influence of Spanish people in that aspect. I mean, we have a lot of buildings, and we have colonial houses.
Houses look like colonial houses?
They look like
Spanish villa or what?
like yeah, more like a Spanish villa. Yeah.
And the different tiles or with the different stones or anything like from here or just the same?
We have a special stone in Mexico. It's called cantera, and we also have this cantera can be green, that it's called cantera verde, and this kind of stone you can find it in some buildings in the state of Oaxaca. So yeah, it's a special brick to build houses.
And they are very sturdy.
Yeah.
And strong. Okay. Let's talk about some income distribution problem in Mexico. I know that you are from a middle-class family. Your parents are both dentists.
Yeah.
And I've been to Mexico City, and I also saw the rich and also slums in Mexico City. So please tell me about gap, the income distribution, about poverty in Mexico.
Yeah, actually we have a lot of people that it's really poor, and most of these people used to live in the countryside, of Mexico. We also have a lot of rich people. I mean, we have a lot of people that has a lot of things. So yeah, it's a big gap between rich people and poor people, and yeah, it's
just like other third world countries.
yeah, I think so.
But when I've been to Mexico City and I look at the architecture and so on, it's like very European, huh? But then
Yeah.
I saw the markets and people on the street and so on. It's just like other big cities in third world countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a mysterious mixture of post-colonization and colonization and prehistoric part of the history.
Yeah, I think that we have all in one. We can have new, old, pre-colonization, post-colonization, yeah, all in the same place.
And that makes Mexico more unique than the other countries, that you have so many places that reflects different periods of civilization in the same city, or not?
Yeah, I think that is one of the reasons that Mexico is different from other countries.
Okay, let's talk about the women. How are Mexican women treated?
In the past, the women couldn't express their ideas. They couldn't vote. They couldn't participate in political issues or whatever.
How many years ago?
I'm talking about like 40 years ago, maybe 20 years.
20 years ago?
Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah. But nowadays, the women in Mexico start to grow. I mean, like in education, and they can find really good jobs. They contribute with a lot of expenses in the house. They do almost the same job as a man, and they study careers that maybe in the past they weren't allowed to study. So yeah.
And how about education?
The education nowadays, the Mexican women start to study, to getting master degree, postdoc, PhD. Yeah, the education is start to getting better.
And the quality of the universities in Mexico, are they good?
Yeah, I think that it's really good. Yeah, we have been improving our educational system a lot, and also the government tried to contribute to the
Subsidized?
Yeah.
So it's cheaper for you guys to study at the tertiary education in Mexico?
Yeah, actually you have the possibility to study in a state university, and you need to pay less than if you go to a private university, and they are almost the same. I mean, they both are good.
And normally people go like you to the US to further their education, or they just stay there in the country? Do they go to other places like England or Germany somewhere, or do they all come to the US because it's closer?
No, I think that depends of what are you studying. You can go to Europe, or you can go to Latin American countries, or you can come here. Yeah, it depends of your studies.
So, and how about the new generation in Mexico? Are they like the US here, American youth?
What do you mean?
The youth, Mexican youth, are they behaving like the American youth? Are they wearing fashionable clothes, or they use, iPhone, iPad, or how are they like here, or are they different?
I think that they are a little bit different. I mean, we don't carry the iPhone or the iPad in the bus and or everywhere, I just see like people that doesn't have that kind of things, but I don't know, in that in technology it's not the same, I mean, but in education I think that they have more education than in the past, and they start to be like concerned about their country, and they are trying to contribute to the country in the way that they can.
So what is American image in your eyes, in a Mexican's eyes? How do you look at the US? You up to, you look whatever, what?
I think that American people has a lot of things. I mean, they have a lot of opportunities, and sometimes they don't realize about that, and they just let it go, you know? Like, they don't use these kind of opportunities that they have. They only like, it's normal for them, it's like every day. But I think that they have a lot of opportunities here. Yeah.
So do you realize that you have how Americans look at Mexicans? Do you realize about the image of Mexicans? So what is the image of Mexican that you know in the eyes of the Americans?
Yeah, well, I think that they used to see us as a poor country, as a poor people, and not well-educated people. But yeah, I think that nowadays more Mexican people is like outstanding, and it's trying to
better educated.
Better educated, yeah.
And the people who migrated to here to work, do they represent the majority in Mexico or not?
No, no. I think that the people that came here to work, they came here because they were trying to find better opportunities, and sometimes they are doing the job that American people don't want to do, but that doesn't mean that this kind of job is not important. Or, yeah, I mean, and we also have like a huge gap in that area also. I mean, we have like a lot of people that come here and work, like, as you said, like dirty work. But we also have a lot of students, a lot of people that has like is well educated and come here to contribute with this country. So yeah, I think that nowadays more people come here to contribute.
In a scholarly way.
Yeah.
In a scholarly way, like yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a bit about your project before we're gonna end our session. Your project is about working on some corn protein.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit.
We are trying to develop some nanoparticles with corn protein, and these nanoparticles are going to be able to carry some nutritional components, and they are going to be added to the food, and they are going to increase the nutritional value of some food. So yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you so much. I think that we gain a bit of information about Mexico, the country, and the culture from you.
Yeah.
And you are going back to Mexico soon?
Yeah, I'm going back. Yeah, this weekend
And you're gonna graduate in December?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Okay, good luck and congratulations in advance. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your interest.